by doing this, we even develop our skills.
That's our only
and
platform we're working through. So if we go on to another website,
confident about this, the more I told her about what if it doesn't work out, she always.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Hasini Lakshminarayanan here. If you're new to the channel and if you're probably wondering who I am, I'm Hasini. I am a 13-year-old and young writer, blogger and a public speaker, and I'm a host. I am the founder of The First Step, which is a non-profit organization where we as a team of 12 children aim to inspire, motivate and empower children. And I also have done about 60 plus interviews so far in the channel. And before welcoming our guest for the day, I want to introduce the First Steps supporters. That's the CIT, Chennai Institute of Technologies, which is the number 2 engineering college in Tamil Nadu, India. And now, without further delay, let's welcome our guest for the day. We have two guests today. Now, starting off with both of them. They are twins, two beautiful looking ladies who started off, spreading creativity, who started off tie-dye as, in the source of happiness. Now it has led them, selling t-shirts. Through that money, they've recruited money and, used that for a social cause, which is to, raise funds for people who are affected by COVID, and they're also working towards women empowerment and development, which is superbly amazing. And these two cute, ladies which I have today, particularly are very, very interesting and they're very inspiring to hear from. I am so curious to have this conversation with them, and I hope people are. And probably I'll be a third wheel for today in this interview, and I hope you also enjoy. So without further delay, let's welcome them. Hi, how are you guys doing?
hi,
We're doing
Doing
fine.
fine.
How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation, and I can't wait to have this conversation with you now.
Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
So now, my very first question would be about both of your initiative, Anvya. So request both to talk about Anvya and mention why you want to start an initiative which can help the people who are affected, especially affected due to COVID. That's the pandemic, as a lot of people, the income, right? People especially who work for odd jobs, that's mainly like cleaning or road cleaning, probably stuff like that. The whole day their life depends on that work, and now during lockdown and pandemic they can't even go out, so they can't even afford for just a meal a day. So talk about that scenario which the country is going through, and all the other stuff, I guess you guys might know better than me. So
So hi, I'm Anvi.
And I'm Anya,
And we're 14 years old and we're twins.
and we are the owners of Anvya.
So what is Anvya? Anvya is a social enterprise. So a social enterprise is where we sell a product and we use the money towards a social cause. So we sell tie-dye t-shirts and we use the money towards girl child education and COVID relief funds.
And the reason why we chose girl child education is because we thought that most children in India are deprived of educational rights. Major factors such as poverty, etc., and also COVID relief funds because it is the need of the hour.
And plus we've grown up in an environment where our parents, they used to be involved in such so many community services, and we were really inspired by them, and we also wanted to do the same all by ourselves. So as children, by doing this, we even develop our skills, and helping people has no number. You can, even as a child, you can do your part. And like you said, people, they have to work, and then in lockdown they can't even afford a meal for a day. So that is why we want to help those people. But we will Anvya focuses not only on one thing such as girl child education, but many other crises. So right now it's COVID because of the pandemic going on, and the
girl child education. But we will be looking forward to various other factors as well.
Amazing initiative. First thing first, making money, that's for a good cause, right? That too using your creativity at a young age. Like this idea, it's unique, right? Just think about it. It is different, and of course, you've seen a lot of people who have funded, who raise funds, who help people who are affected by COVID. But you, especially being children, then using your creativity to raise money, then also working on girl empowerment, development, especially as India's that's this society. Back in the 90s, if you see children, that's especially girl children, didn't even have that exposure to study. They were stuck in homes. But even now, some practices are being followed, but the whole system has been changed. A lot of children are being educated, including you, including me, and many other people who are watching this as well. But there are still children who have certain limitations. So if we can break that, I guess that would be the biggest glory we can achieve. And I hope that's what I also aim for. Not exactly only, I don't focus on a particular topic which, you take as women. I work for child development empowerment. So yeah, that's amazing to know. So when your actions, beneficial for the people you serve for, this is only because I know that it would definitely have been helpful, but just so that the people could also know. And of course, hats off to both of you for doing this initiative. And if you can clearly tell me on how it happened, and what kind of process it took you to making t-shirts, doing tie-dyes, and selling that, how many money were you able to recruit, then what you did for the public. So that's my question.
We first learned tie-dye in school, and we tried it at home because it was lockdown and we were getting bored. And the first couple of tries, they were horrible. And once we perfected it, we kept on trying it again and again. And once we perfected it, we knew it had to be a business. Now, we just didn't want to do a business. We always wanted to do something, which was helping the society as well. So that's when we thought, let's make Anvya a social enterprise.
So of course we couldn't start it all by ourselves. So we pitched this idea to our parents, and they absolutely loved it. And as you said, if you don't have anybody supporting you, you cannot do anything, even though you are financially aided. So our parents loved the idea, and they supported us all the way. So then, finally, last September, we launched Anvya, and we have an Instagram page. So we have sold, I think, 150 to 200 t-shirts.
And more than that, and a few of them have even reached US, and we deliver as well. And now we've received enough money to fund education for students, and we've moved on to even COVID relief funds.
So like we had extra money after funding education for the girl children. So we used that money towards government's COVID relief fund, because we have seen people suffer from COVID, like in our house, and that is when it actually hit us about what is actually happening around us.
And we needed to help people, even the smallest changes make the largest impact. So that's when we realized we can do COVID relief funds as well.
And we wanted to do our part in the entire pandemic.
Amazing. See, the fact that, right, again, that's the very first creativity. Secondly, I liked how you mentioned that you want to do something not only for your happiness, but also for the society, for others. That's something which everybody should note here, because I really love the fact I am doing interviews not only for my happiness, so that it also benefits many more other children, right? So always remember that another thing that you both of you are an inspiration, of course, somebody who definitely look up to you. then they would want to become like you one day. So you want to do something for them as well, because you are going to be a role model tomorrow. Then you behave like a role model now. That's something which I learned from the people whom I look up to. So yeah, always remember, and amazingly done. Way more to go. I wish the best for Anvya here. So now, without further delay, let's move on, because the people, I don't want them to get bored. So yeah, another thing is your vision is to start an online website for Anvya, right? So how do you think that this social platform would help people to get to know more about Anvya or the cause which you're doing, and how could they help?
So, building a website helps us reach out to more people, and even through Instagram, that's our only platform we're working through. So, if we go on to another website, we'll basically be getting double our orders, and hence we'll be helping more people. So, the website will allow us to reach out to more people, and it will help us expand the business more.
And it will also help us to create
A community.
and give out our main message, that is to help other people by coming together.
Amazing. And I hope that it happens soon, because first things first, this isn't necessarily a business, it is for a good cause. Secondly, it is run by children. Come on, you go to trust goes to ladies. Salutes to both of you. Amazing. Absolutely. And now, yeah, let's again probably. I do have another question, right? So this happens for any social influencer or anybody who's trying to develop their passion or what they're working for through social media, as like I am, right? I do have my own website, but I use YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, to promote mine. So that way, being a social influencer, I have had some negative criticism, not only through social platforms but also through some of my connections. Sometimes when you start, you might have that single insecurity being a teenager, right? So if you guys can talk about that, how you overcome it, how you felt, how was your mindset while you were going through that criticism, and especially I didn't have anybody to share when I felt very insecure and uncomfortable to go through something which I'm not used to, that is seeing a camera, talking to a person, like just imagining a person who I've never talked to before, just getting to know about them is like, I mean, it's not new for me, but just I was very insecure to do the job when I started. I didn't have anybody to share, but you can probably share with the other one. So how does it feel? So that's my question.
So when we first started, I'm an overthinker, so I was really scared about how, if people will like this idea or how will it go and everything. But then Anya, she just made me feel more confident about this. The more I told her about what if it doesn't work out, she always gave the positive vibe to me, and I think at some part of the journey, even I gave the same positive vibe for her. So that is how Anvya was even there. And we've had a few setbacks.
Like one of the times, we wanted to give up on Anvya. So we were like totally done with Anvya because it became very hard for us to balance school and Anvya. So there was this part where we didn't take any orders, and if we got orders also, we didn't take any interest in it. And that's when we knew we had each other, and we pushed ourselves to continue Anvya. And if we hadn't pushed ourselves that time, we wouldn't have been here. So having each other gives us like
a moral support that you can do this and the confidence to do it.
And from that, we learned that you should never give up because you don't know what's in store for you, and you will definitely reach heights.
Yeah, good. Sorry about that. But yeah, having somebody to encourage you is, that really gives you a confidence. I mean, they can't really probably play a role in making that better, but that single encouragement or that little trust that this will work out, I am there, for you, that really does mean a lot. So even if people watching this, get sort of motivation, at least try to support people when they are going through something like this. And now, coming back, you guys are still in school, right? As like I am. So of course you have to manage both Anvya, your exams, your schools, and I guess you're doing your boards right now. So that's foremost important. As you mentioned, boards are very, very tough. I agree, and I hope you do have boards, if I'm not wrong.
We have it next year.
We have it next year, but that doesn't mean ninth is not hard. Ninth is very, very hard.
True. Okay,
And-
I agree.
And we've somehow learned how to balance the time. At
that's-
first,
Yeah, go on. That's
we
what I
couldn't
wanted to
balance
talk
our
about.
time between school and Anvya. So that became really tough. But as time,
And before, at first, when we started, we were so excited when we got the orders and everything was new. So we wanted to concentrate only on Anvya, and we wanted to give the shirts in 1 or 2 days. But as we started doing more and more, we realized that that's not possible. So now we give deliveries in 5 or 6 days, and usually there's a weekend in the middle. So we do all the tie-dyeing of the shirts and everything on the weekends, so that on the weekdays we can concentrate on our schoolwork. And also to everybody who is watching, if you're planning to do a business or a social enterprise, always make sure you're up to date with your schoolwork, then your business, because your school and your education is more important.
Of course. You have to prioritize things.
Yes, exactly.
And also, you guys, you will also have to focus on your childhood, right? And also, before I can sign off, I have 2 more other questions which I want to ask. What does Anvya aim for? Moving on to the next step ahead. And the other thing is, what are both of your future plans apart from this? Apart from the association, whom do you aspire to become?
so for Anvya, we want to, of course, expand it more. We will be continuing helping social services, and we want to look at all social causes wherever we can
Do our
help,
part.
do our part.
And little of everything. And also we want to expand and give money, provide money for every social crisis. We have to expand our products as well, so we are looking into that, expand to tie-dye masks, tie-dye hoodies,
Bandanas, much more. And the reason why we want to do this is because we believe the smallest changes can make the largest impact. So we are doing our part, and we hope that it can make a difference.
Definitely would make a difference, starting off with, because of course, right, even a little step counts. I could said it first step as well. You never know what the future is going to be like. Suddenly it can pop out being full of technology, as like it is today. It can develop more. Secondly, creativity of children can boost up in just a second. You never know when they could be successful. So just let that creativity of yours flow, and of course, it will turn out to be a beautiful picture at the end. With that cute note, I want to sign off before you guys could say what you aspire to become in the future.
So I want to either become a lawyer or an architecture, and
I want to either do something with computer science or architecture.
All the best for that, and I have high hopes on Anvya, and hope that it does reach many more heights. With that cute note, I would want to sign off with Anvya, Anya, and Hasini here. So yeah, if you guys like the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also turn on your post notifications for further updates from the first step. Support our website and our blog and our new series, The World of 7 Lines. And if you were inspired by a very successful personality, please don't forget to comment down below which we can produce it as a 7-minute video, The World of 7 Lines content video. And yeah, with that, I'll see you next week. Bye bye.